So, we're doing a ASMR video of my my Yu-Gi-Oh deck, upside down and slipping off. Now, it's not really a deck; it's more like a collection of cards that I just got from booster packs and stuff. And I just got new sleeves, so might as well make a video. So, I can start off with my two synchros, Gold Rare, Colossal Fighter. Now, I remember this card being pretty popular back when synchros just came out, and everybody had it because it was so generic, like the first synchros. And then Powered Insectron. Yeah, so these are my two synchros. And I'm expanding this. Now for the XYZs, we have Cyber Dragon Diver, because I run a Cyber Dragon deck. Abyss Dweller, because my friend plays Fire King. Stylish Paladynamo. I actually got one when I first got the game back into Yu-Gi-Oh! And I put another one from Booster Pack. And I thought this was going to be a good idea with Cyber Dragon Dry. So I could summon Dry, Cold Haunted. But I could just make Infinity of that, so this was kind of useless. Ghost Trick Auto card. Got it from a friend for collection's sake, I guess. And now on to the fusions. Chimera Tech Mega Fleet. Didn't use it because my friend doesn't play by links. Because we played way back then. Cyber End Dragon. Chimera Tech Over Dragon. Cyber Twin Dragon. I actually have two of these. And this card can attack twice with 2800. And with Power Bond, this gets up to 5600. So that's a pretty strong ADK if they have a clear board. Chimera Tech Rampage, same here, except this one, when on summon, it destroys as many spells and traps as the future materials used for this card. And you can mill from deck how many monsters. Oh, sorry, you can mill from deck, and for every monster you send to graveyard, it gains an extra attack. And with Power Bond, this spell comes from 2100 to 42, so that's pretty decent OTK. Metal Fuzz Adamanti, Booster Pack. And last one, Bloom Primer, the Melodious Choir, another Booster Pack card. So all this runs off the extra deck. Then we have this my single ritual card, Cyber Angel Decani, and my 4 Dark Magician cards. Now this is a kind of page for Dark Magician, because I'm getting a Ultra Pro binder with 4 sleeves on each page, and I just want this card. This what was it? Each page will have one monster, one like of the OG monsters, and have support on the sides like Dark Magician. Then you have Dark Magic Attack, which reads: if you control Dark Magician, destroy all spell and traps your opponent controls. So Harvey's Feather Duster, Magical Dimension, and Magicians Unite. So I'll be doing this for Dark Magician, Red Eyes, and a couple Blue Eyes cards just because they have so much support. And I might make another one for Dark Magician again. Put this back on. Now we have my Cyber Dragon one. Well, I only got 3 Cyber Drags, and I'm running them all in my Cyber Dragon deck. And this is my leftover Proto Cyber Dragon, which I never use because it's too shit. So I have this Evolution Burst, which is crap. Power Bond, which I run 2 of in my Cyber Dragon deck for the OTK, and Cybernetic Fusion Support, which is crap. Put them all together. And this is my only Blue Eyes card. Disgrace, I know, but I'm planning to get more. So Blue Eyes, Bloodstream of Destruction, or the ones like Majesty, Fives of Blue, or that. Now these 4 cards are trap cards that used to be really annoying back in primary school. So Sakuratsu Armor, because you know everybody would have it. Threatening Roar, Lifesaver, Dark Bribe, annoying to gate, but you get a draw card, so it balances off. And Dust Tornado for that back row before, which was so important back in primary. Then we have just random monsters. So we'll start off with Humongous, the sticky string kaiju, because I run kaijus in my Summer Dragon deck. Mainly Juzukiro, because I can contact fuse for Chimera Tech Fortress. And this one, I've only run one Humongous in my Sub Dragon deck, and this one's extra, just so I can use Slumber. It's basically a Dark Hole. Dark Arm Dragon, annoying OG card, and 2 Effect Railers, a decent hand trap, I guess. And I think anybody plays it now in this meta, where everybody's playing like Ash Blossom and Ghost Ogre and stuff. 2 Elemental Hero Prismas from Booster Pack, and 2 Sunama Monks, 1 from Friend and 1 from Booster Pack. Also from Booster Packs, Alistair the Invoker, a playset of Secret Rares. Now I heard they're pretty strong, and they're splashable in like any deck, but I don't know how to use them. So I don't know, I might just keep it for collection or sell them off, but I don't think they're that expensive. So Triple Fusion Recovery, Double Reasonings. Now this one is a common, and this one is a Starfoil rare. You can actually see it through the sleeve. Now here are 4 normal monsters which I found a bit nostalgic. So we have Summon Skull from Yugi's deck, What Tail Dragon, pretty sure it's from Kaiba's deck, even though I don't remember him using it. Vorse Radar, yeah, I remember him using that one. And Legend, the mystical genie of the lamp. So I don't know, just a random normal cards I have with this pack. Now for some leftover machine cards. Cyber Eltenin, Dark Hole basically. Cyber Valley for the store. And 2 Markana Fortresses. Whoops. I used to have a Markana Mayhem structure deck that I used to have as a kid, and used to do pretty well, but then I don't know, I think I lost it. Little kids can't keep their stuff in place. Now this is our Morphtronic cards that I had in E7, just when I got back into Yu-Gi-Oh for the first time, because this is now my second time getting back into Yu-Gi-Oh. So I bought a Morphtronic deck off my friend for $5, and it was pretty decent. For $5 it beat the new XYZ structure deck that one of my friends used to have. Yeah, so we have Morphtronic Bind, and the cards I bought from him were secondhand, so it was pretty dingy. So every time I would play, I'll play with this card, which is one of my favorite Morphtronic cards. You set it, and you could obviously tell, because they played with me before, this is Morphtronic Bind, because it's so dingy looking, you can tell. So we just put this back carefully. Yeah, it's so bendy too. Too old. Too much play. Morphtronic Boomboxing. Morpho Translation. Which behind it I have Morphtronic Monotron. And Morphtronic Radion. Old school Morphtronic cards. Then we've got a playset of MSTs, Mystical Space Typhon, and it says, if you could focus, destroy 1 spell trap card on the field. So basic spell speed 2, back row destruction, and Fusion Conscription, because I needed something to round off the four-page spells. So why not Secret Rare? I mean, not Secret Rare, Super Rare. Lastly, Horus the Black Flame Dragon level 6 and Horus the Black Flame Dragon level 4. The card seems pretty cool, especially level 8. Negate every spell. That seems pretty useful. Especially in this meta where nobody plays traps. But it's too hard to get out. So I don't know, I might make a deck out of these, but seems very unlikely. I do have so much better decks like dinos and frogs. So yeah, this is my extra cards that I don't use. Gonna put them in a binder and just display it, I guess. Alright,